Okay, I do want to prosecute, but I want to document what is the maintenance of this engineer light inside of my apartment. As you saw the light source move in real time over my head as I walked to the opposite end of the parking lot of this property. That light source moving in alignment to me while I'm still at this same property in the morning. And as you see on April 29th, for example, where the light source is over my head in the same parking lot where I stood right now, and Amazon Prime is exhibiting their engagement in what is state terrorism, with representing the people of the state and the people of the state that are living on the grounds, group stalking together, chasing me down together, acting in concert with the entity that sounds helicopter, while a demon who was wearing an Amazon Prime vest is feigning ignorance about my presence while they're stalking in the path, and engineer light is all over the property. And the light source is literally in the same position over me where I'm at in that parking lot at 9 in the morning. This is my bedroom that I live. Literally, I went upstairs. You saw that light source move in alignment as I'm at an opposite end of the parking lot, and it remains in alignment as I walk back toward my apartment, where the building 1806, where the sun is never going to be in any position to see that, to be able to capture directly over my head, moving in alignment to me. That's called stalking with light, and that's exactly what Amazon Prime is doing, and they're exhibiting demon possession in doing so. And let me be clear, Amazon Prime is the people of the state, and they are also engaging in the criminal act of obstruction of justice, threatening, seeking to obstruct justice and silence me. They are acting as one, and they engaged in what is threatening through the use of a deadly weapon, a vehicle, while they're engaging in what are the elements of monitoring. You're not ignorant about my presence when you're group stalking, and you're also not ignorant while the entity at the same time that you pump on your brakes as though you don't see me, which is light activity. The entity sounds helicopter. I want to make sure I reiterate that. And now you're looking inside of my apartment where engineer light is on the floor, and the entity is maintaining engineer light on the ceiling. This is speaking to, again, what the entity is doing while the same entity that's engaging in this criminal conduct is then seeking to obstruct justice, failing at what is avoiding. This is serving for what is the enhancement to federal charges and sentencing. Not only speaker companies who's going to federal prison, not only Alvarado Gardens who live at the property are going to federal prison, but this is relevant to the prosecution of the entire population. Okay, so this is again the grounds upon which you are indeed deporting, you are indeed serving years in federal prison, you are indeed to be published as a terrorist and a violent sex offender engaging in federal group stalking and monitoring, and built into that criminal pattern of conduct is the pattern to obstruct justice, which is what speaker companies in the shoes of what is the state of California, the people of the state, that's what they do, that's their role in the state's criminal system. And doing so while I am showing you the unnatural environment. This is not sunlight that would be in any position. First of all, if I'm here at 9 o'clock in that same parking lot, the sun is not going to be in any position over my head, period. Nor is it any of the iterations of impossible, my shadow appearing in front of me while the light source is still in front of me. That's not the sun. It's also not even sunlight. You're remembering what you're seeing as though there's a photo shoot on my ceiling as I documented that. You're looking at my shadow, that an engineer light that's appearing on the dumpster wall. You're looking at the crusty wheels on a vehicle of Jeanette Balderas and Luis Ramos, who are group stalking in the parking lot. They're all engaging and surrounding, and Amazon Prime comes onto the grounds to engage in crossing a path. That demon does so just by holding a package. And it's the exact same criminal system in concert with the same demons that are stalking in helicopter in what is engineered light that's in the shade underneath Rita Vega's vehicle on the dumpster. That is on the dumpster that in front of who's in the path, Amazon Prime, in that black vehicle with the license plate that I recited, while the entity is maintaining a light source that's literally in stride with me as I walk to the opposite end of the parking lot. And under no circumstances is the sun even going to be present, nor is the sunlight that's appearing both above and below. This is the pattern, and it's an ongoing admission to the malice with which Heather Teal and speaker companies are seeking to obstruct justice, and they engage in terrorism, and doing so and facilitating terrorism. Let me be clear, what speaker companies is engaging in and advocating and facilitating, which is terrorism and seeking to silence you as an American citizen who has a right to not be subject to it. They also understand that's what Amazon Prime is all about. That's why they're here group stalking in that same exact unnatural environment, and then communicating a threat with a deadly weapon. He's going to federal prison for more than one reason. Okay, I'm going to drain the pockets of Amazon Prime. That's a threat to my life while you're stalking in the path. All right, you know exactly where I'm at, and it's not going to be based on the you don't expect a group stalker to. The expectation is that you're not engaging in terrorism. Period. You're stalking in the path. You know exactly where I'm located, and this is shown through the unnatural environment and the engineered light. And I also want to point to, you're looking at, again, dynamic engineered light. The blinds are closed, and you have light that's appearing on the ceiling and on the floor. This is magnification of light. This is is what you see occurring in my office while a demon comes and puts in a work order. This is what you see on my ceiling while a demon is going to their car door, opening and closing it, Brian Suh. All right, this is what the people of the state, Rita Vega, is group stalking while she is creeping onto the grounds, maintaining. That is simultaneity. That's strategic placement. That's a demon that's already present, ready to engage in whatever means of presence that she needs to engage in, which is what the demon-possessed population are doing on a 24-hour basis. Okay, this is not sunlight. This is maintenance of the unnatural environment while you are subject to a massive sex offense. That's how you have, by the way, the demon possessed, nameless. It's the whole government. The whole population is going to be prosecuted for what I documented on that computer in the workspace, seeking to obstruct justice. Because that entity engages in a pattern of obstructing justice, you're talking about not only dealing with the state directly. Lisa Rogan is going to federal prison for what she was documented engaging in: kidnapping, exercising fictitious authority. This is the exact same criminal system that I documented in 2020, and this is the same criminal system that is underway now, and Lisa Rogan is going to federal prison for it. I continue to date to suffer damages and harms, threats to my life and my well-being because of the criminal conduct that she engaged in 2020, April 2020, kidnapping, while entertaining a fictitious prosecution while a light source is over that courthouse, by the way, where I'm showing you the criminal conduct that she is indeed engaging in as a demon, a corrupt government actor sitting on a bench, which is to date ongoing grounds of what is ongoing damages that the targeted individual continues to suffer, while a corrupt government that she's facilitating, enabling, while they sit in the courts, enabling the ongoing corruption and terrorism that Lisa Rogan represents, what the courts, what the judges in the state of California are engaged in and facilitating. This is at the people of the state level. Heather Till and speaker companies are representing what the government is engaging in and seeks to facilitate and obstruct justice from being prosecuted and exposed for it. And everybody that I just mentioned is going to federal prison, including Lisa Rogan, while I'm capturing, yes, engineer light, group stalking by Amazon Prime, criminal obstruction by speaker companies, group stalking in the parking lot where I live now in LA. Lisa Rogan is going to federal prison for it. It's directly relevant to what I documented her engaging in, which is kidnapping upon exercising fictitious authority, while federal group stalking and monitoring, and that entire system is underway by the Ontario Police Department and the San Bernardino Sheriff's Department, by the way. It is currently 6:09 p.m. There's no sun that's shared, visible outside of my bedroom window, creating any of this light activity, and I'm showing you at 6:18 p.m. where I am at the same address where I was this morning when I'm capturing that fair at the Ovid Family Community Library at 215 East C Street in Ontario. There's no sun that's going to be over my head in this parking lot in LA while it's remaining over me at the Ovid Family Community Library. There is no sunlight that's going to appear through closed blinds, ricocheting, creating the shape of windows on the building 1818 outside, and then also creating light activity not only through closed blinds, but also through above my head and also down below, magnified on the ground. This is the demonic environment. This is evidence of what is a sex offense. This is the state system that's underway at every courthouse, by the way, that I documented: the California Supreme Court, the appellate level, and the San Bernardino Superior Court, including the Rancho Cucamonga Superior Court. And every judge that I documented is going to federal prison, including Thomas Garza and including Lisa Rogan, the first one engaging in what is kidnapping. All right, kidnapping upon a fictitious prosecution that the entity actually entertained in a court. There's more than one. There's Judge Umeda. There's more. But Lisa Rogan, upon criminal defamation, she's the first one, and she's going to federal prison. All right, I'm continuously documenting her criminal conduct and her criminal facilitation. It is, again, 6:10 p.m. and there's no sunlight. There's no perfect alignment with the Ovid Family Community Library and my bedroom window in LA. Period. That's the P.O.C.